like to welcome everybody. My name is Amy Comer. I am the Fundraising and Community Development Director for United Way of Harrison and Doddridge Counties. Today has been a very big day for us. Not only did the Harrison County Commission declare today, August the 10th, as United Way of Harrison and Doddridge County Day, but today is the day that we are going to be officially recognizing and announcing our campaign chair, which is Wayne Worth. And it is my great pleasure to introduce my boss and somebody that is as passionate about our community and helping those in our community as anybody I've ever met, our Executive Director, Brad Riffey.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate the introduction and the kind words. And I want to thank everybody for being here today to celebrate the kickoff of our 2023 fundraising campaign. And as Amy said, my name is Brad Riffey. I'm the Executive Director of United Way of Harrison and Doddridge Counties. And our campaign goal this season is $780,000. And every penny, 100%, of that goal goes back to the community and supports our 20 partner agencies who serve our children, seniors, veterans, grandfamilies, people with disabilities, and so many others. You might ask us how we plan to raise that amount. Well, I can tell you that we're going to raise it together as a community and with the help of amazing people like yourselves. The gentleman that I'm about to introduce is one of the most amazing people I know. To say that he's a community volunteer is an understatement. He is one of the most compassionate and driven leaders I know. His personal story speaks to everything we represent and fight for at United Way. And we are extremely thankful to call him our dear friend, champion advocate, and our 2023 United Way Fundraising Campaign Chair, Wayne Worth. Thank you.
I am deeply honored, to be even asked to serve as a campaign chair. Before I think I was on the Grants Committee, Community Investment Committee, the United Way, which pretty much decided which organizations got allocated funding. But to be asked, by Mr. Riffey and, in the cabinet to be the chair of this year's campaign is simply amazing. I'm very blessed to have every experience I've had in my life, good, bad, or indifferent. And so when I accepted this position, this volunteer position as campaign chair, I thought of, what would be our message? And the message that I can only come up with is, it's not, what you do, but why you do it. Every single one of us, our partner organizations and stuff, we know what they do, whether it's, our Grand Families program or CASA, we all know what they do. But when you get down to the meat of it, of why you do it, why you do what you do in this world, that's where you find connection, with the rest of the community and investment from the rest of the community. And so that's our message this year. And I'm just going to start off by saying, because if the message is not what you do, but why you do it, I just want to tell you why I'm campaign chair, why I decided to be campaign chair and accept this position. This right here is called a life book, okay? When you're in the foster care system or in a group home, and this is probably back in the 1980s and 1990s, usually you have a social worker that compiles a photo album and a story of your life up to that point. This is my life book. When I was 10 years old, living in a state-run group home, my social worker came to me and we compiled this life book together. She got a bunch of pictures from, when I was born, my biological mother, my biological father, and we compiled this life book of my life up to that point. This is my life right here prior to the age of 11 when I was adopted. And as you see, there's really not much to it. And that's kind of sad because, you know, and this is why, you know, I've decided to be a campaign chair, is because I don't want any of our foster kids in our foster care system, or any child, period, to have to experience family through a photo album, especially one that's this thin. And so for me, there's, you know, for the United Way, there's organizations like our Grand Families, Raising Grandkids, that we help fund. That way we could keep families together. We have CASA that that goes to court, goes up to bat for a lot of these foster kids and provides the advocacy that they need. So a lot of these programs, you know, that we provide, you know, to me is personal. This was, you know, for me, there are a lot of programs that mirrored the United Way that got me to where I am today. That paved the way for my adoption here in West Virginia. And so for me, that's my why. I've spent 15 years as a social worker, you know, whether it's CPS or whether it's working with our elderly, or even working with people in the correctional system, you know, that are broken because of adverse childhood experiences that led to addiction, that led to a lack of support, and led to, you know, a workforce here in our state that continues to decline. And so, you know, for me, not only personally in my story, but also as a social worker, this is really near and dear to my heart, you know, helping people to get back on their feet, you know, and helping people who don't have a voice, like children, you know, to find a family, you know, that's what I'm passionate about. And that is my why, you know, when it comes to why I support the United Way and why I decided to chair, you know, the campaign. That's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, it's, like I said, it's not what you do, but it's why you do it. And so for me, you know, being campaign chair, you know, is a very personal why for me.